I tell you what, making these videos and taking these pictures every week sure does make you self-conscious. Because I'm like, I look like I looked last week. This is sticking up here. Stuff I would have never noticed or cared about in the normal scheme of things. I'd go out the door and I never look in the mirror again. But now I have to sit here in front of who knows who looking crazy. No, it's just, I just can't believe how self-conscious we can be about just everything. You know, we're so concerned with what the world thinks or what people have to say about us, but we don't take the time to be quiet and to be still and to say, God, what do you think? Not so much about how my hair looks today or what clothes I'm wearing, but other decisions I make. I want to be, I've purposed to be, and I'm sticking to it, the kind of person who doesn't do anything till I hear from God. Doesn't make any decision, doesn't go and do a prison tour, doesn't start counseling or talking to someone or have lunch with someone or anything unless I feel that I have the okay. It's super important. I'll tell you, the Lord has been really shifting some things in my life. And one of the things is my routine, because I am dependent on my routine. That's what I do. And you can say because I was a drug addict or I'm institutionalized or whatever you want to say, but just things run better for me when I have a routine and I have something I do. But I get caught up in that. I have eaten the same breakfast and the same dinner basically for 8 years. I know that's crazy, but I'm crazy. And so the Lord said, look, we got to change some of this up, because you're dependent on that to feel happy, to feel balanced, to feel content, and not me. And you see, God is always switching things up and helping us to depend on Him. Because as soon as I get outside of depending on Him, my reliance becomes on something else, and that's unhealthy. It's unhealthy for my spiritual life. I'm not saying it's unhealthy to walk every day or anything like that, but because I do walk every day too, but it's that can't be what makes my day feel content or makes my day seem like it's going to go well. It's my connection to Christ. And so He's been removing things from me. And saying, okay, let's give this up and let's don't do this and let's see how things go if we change this, and I have to just be willing. And, sometimes I fight and struggle with it for a minute, but ultimately it switches up into something that's way better every single stinking time. And you would think by now I'd be like, sure, and give it up. And have no problem with it, so I can see what God is doing. And I'm trying to be, I really do work my hardest to be the kind of person who's in expectation, who stays in expectation of what God's going to do. Because He does always switch it up and make it better. So if I know that and I keep myself aware of that, it makes it easier for me to make the changes He's asking me to make. And then I noticed that I attach myself to other things real quick. Oh, I can't eat this for breakfast? Okay, I'll start eating this. or whatever it may be. We always want to get something that makes us feel secure. And Jesus wants to be that. He wants to be that for us. So when we attach ourselves to something else, He goes, no, you can't have that either. And that sentence is like, what do you mean? Because we're defiant. We want to do things our way. So we're immediately like, no, rebellion or just pride or our own way of doing things comes up. And that's the time when God has required us to go, it doesn't matter what I want to do. It doesn't matter if this seems better. It doesn't matter if I'm comfortable with my plan. I'm going to obey and do it God's way. It's something to think about this week. Start looking at your life and noticing what you're dependent on instead of Jesus, and then ask him if he wants you to give it up. He might not, but he might. And if he does, let go of that junk because he's got something better for you. Love you guys and hope you have a great week. It's important that we have a reason to wake up every day. It's amazing. I've experienced it, and so can you. Take your feelings to him. He's good. You can do it. It'll make a difference.